Howdy folks, welcome back to Out of War. Wanted to take a quick moment to share this revelation. Thanks to a comment from Brian Jensen. He mentioned that if you paved, and then when you reload the game, the bushes and stuff are gone. So I tested that theory. I laid asphalt right over a bunch of bushes and trees and everything right along here, and sure enough, when I reloaded the save, they're all gone. Well, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. But today, we're going to be doing some mining over in the northern mine. So let me hop in here. There we go. That's the right one. So what I plan to do here is go up and try to find the top of this iron/copper vein. So you can see I've removed some of the ramps, and we're going to start going out across here. So I thought I'd bring y'all in for all my mistakes as I place blocks in the wrong spot. So we're just going to go across here, and we'll get some of this coal out and find where the top of this is, and then we can kind of work down through it, because there does appear to be a lot of stuff here. Go to first person to see if that helps. We can do 1, 2, 3. There we go. So we're just going to have magic floating concrete blocks here. That's fine for now. Oh, I'm up against something. I've reached the other floor. I was leaving this part of the floor here so I could find that level again. A lot of this kind of stuff I do off camera, but I know some people want to see every little bit of it, so we'll do all the things here. Well, it's easy to misclick. I'm glad that concrete's easy to remove. Get one in there. Some of this out of the way here by hand. Go, and then you go in there. Beautiful. Now I just need to get my way back up to the L11, so we'll do this. Alright, in we go. We got a little bit of coal here. Let me see if I can knock that down. It's a little tricky sometimes figuring out what it wants for the bucket to work correctly. That appeared to work. Appreciate y'all coming along on this journey. I'm still having a lot of fun with this, and the series is still doing quite well. If I remember right, I've got this plant shut down, so we're just going to be dumping in the hopper here for a while. Then we'll get it turned back on. Yeah, we've got this little shoulder sticking down here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Good old physics. And so far, I've been keeping a pretty good pace of videos coming out. I don't know if I'll be able to sustain that for long, because we've got summer coming up. I've got a senior that's graduating from high school. We're looking at colleges, getting them registered for all that. There's a lot going on this summer. Not to mention track season winding down. So if I disappear for a few days and there's no videos, just know that I'm not going anywhere. Just busy with real life. Okay, now here we get into where it doesn't want to cut. If I lower the... Yeah, there you go. Lower the... Whoa. Lowered the bucket a bit. It kind of seems like the hydraulics have like infinite strength or something. Hopefully they can get that tuned out a little bit. Alright, so that is that 3 scoops? Let's go see. Oh yeah, we got all kinds of room. But I guess we can go ahead and run this. It's not like we're hurting for power. Actually, we're in the coal right now, so it's probably okay. I remember now why I had that shut off. I don't have the truck up here. So if we did get into some ores, it would just be dumping all over the ground. Let's not do that. We can keep on dumping in here, and then I can process that through. Phone's dinging because it's lunch break, and got a technician showing up here soon, hopefully. Work on the irrigation system. Joys of home ownership. Always something breaking down. First world problems though, right? I love that you can just hit the brakes and it brings the whole back end of the machine off the ground. Need a little more junk in my trunk, apparently. There we go. Got that one just about right. So far, we're kind of just in the coal. We'll eventually get over to the top of that ore vein. And I got a bunch of copper out of there. The ore, at least copper and iron, look quite a bit alike. So I'm not 100% sure where the copper is. There's a little bit of a texture difference, I think. But the color is very similar. Here we go, all fueled up. This is a very relaxing game to play. I gotta remember to talk. Sitting here digging, having a good time. But I'm not an overly talkative guy, so YouTube has been good for me to be more social, be more talkative, I guess. Okay, I think that's still all coal. And double check. I'm going to kick the plant on here in a little bit, and I'm going to go grab the truck. We're going to be getting over into the ore here before too long. Easy there, loader. Easy. Oh, I missed a little bit there on the side. And interestingly, it dumped dirt there. Huh. Okay, let's do the, oops, wrong E. Let's do the return. Yeah, that's all coal. So, go ahead and turn that on and let that run. And then let's magically hop in the truck. Sitting down here out of the way while I was working on the road. So that road is going to go over to the other plant there, so I can get over here and refuel as needed. I think this might be asphalt, so let's get the truck cleaned out. When you load your save, the stuff's still in the truck, but it takes on the default like dirt textures. Let's go ahead and check. That is empty. That should be off. while we're here, let's just fill up with fuel. And we'll get this under the spout up there, and we can just keep on digging without worrying about the ore hitting the ground. Pretty loud in the cab. Had a little bit of a hard time keeping consistent volumes on this game because of the audio bug. So every time I load the save, I have to remember to go into settings, audio, and hit save, so it'll restore the values I have set here. Then also on the operating system itself, it likes to change the values for some reason. They don't seem to stick sometimes. So yeah. I do the best I can, but sometimes the audio might be a little off. Alright, let's actually put that about right in the middle for now. That will work. We have the plant running away. What do you think? Should I give the L11 a bath or just keep the patina? It's looking pretty beat up. I kind of like it looking that way, though. It looks like it works for a living. Whee! Hey, come here, ore vein. I know you're back in here somewhere. See you down below. Yeah, now we're starting to get into a little bit of the ore. Right there on the right-hand side. So this bucket should have a little bit of ore in it. Whoa, almost got too far back. Something about like that. There we go. Yeah, now we're hitting into it. And it looks like it's all the way up here and it has an interface with the pay dirt. That's interesting. Whoa, easy there, physics. Calm down. Need a big old weight I could buy for the back of this thing. Doesn't look like any ores made it through yet. I had quite a bit of coal in there. It's working its way through it. Yep, I don't want to tip the loader over. I want to grab some of this stuff up here, and I can't. You gotta like get it started, and then it will go. It's a little bit of a challenge sometimes. Yep. Yeah, man. Right, I got to go that way. Can I get you to shave off that little bit right there? So we'll have to get that with the next load. What are we doing on the old hopper here? Still chugging away. Yeah, I could buy faster speed, but I don't really need it. The 1x speed. It's plenty for single operations. Yeah, I'm still getting this little thing right here on the end. Sometimes once you have material in your bucket, it wants to fill off of there. There we go. So we've got the tunnel boring machine. I'm not sure how that works now with all the conveyor changes. You have to put decking down, or yeah, I don't know how that works. One day we'll find out, but I think it is tunneler. It's level, oh, it's level 28. That's not as bad as I thought. So we only got like 2.5 more levels to go. We will be looking into that for sure. And then some way to offload it. Probably with conveyors. We'll have to do some experimentation. Here we go. We have reached the face of the ore vein. We're about the right height to see the top of it, so that's good. There we go, starting to get some ore through and into the truck. You should see all the copper I got. I think I sold it. Yeah, I sold. I had so much copper, it was crazy. I think it was like 100 grand worth of ingots I sold. So the question is that copper or iron? I'll find out with my pick here in a little bit. Truck's looking good. We'll keep an eye on that. Alright, let's hop out here and let's put you down there. We get iron over here. Yep, so that's iron. That's copper. So you can see this has kind of globules in it, and then this is more sandy looking, if that's how I can describe it. So we have iron and copper right in here. Neat. And then it's got coal over the top. Struggling a bit to this coal to want to come down. You gotta kind of find the magic angle. And the angle's not always the same. You gotta kind of just work it until it falls in the bucket. So there's plenty of material back in here. Let's see if we can get a nice big scoop of ore. Truck's looking pretty good. Yeah, it's getting pretty full. Let it load the front a little bit. yeah, that's a good scoop. This will more than fill the truck, I think, so. Need to dump that in there and then probably keep an eye on it. Let's go ahead and shut this down for now. Fill the front a little bit. Work on the back there. Shut this thing down. Shut her down. Plop that in there. Plop that in there as well. Oh, no, it doesn't sell the dirt over here, does it? I haven't checked this stuff in forever. Is this the one that passes through? Yeah, that's the one that passes through. So, do a clean out here. Done that in quite a while. Alright, that's just the truck making noise. Got just a little bit of coal in here. Just a bit. Alright, let's take this on down. I like my little pond, so I may redo the truck loading. I had plans for the truck loading that involved building this shelf out here to my left. I may rethink that because I'm pretty happy with the little pond I made. So we might do something different with the truck loading and turnaround area. So that's pretty much full, no overload. Quite a bit of material. In she goes. Alright, let's see what we got. Looks like it... Does it put it in park? Let me just double check that. So we're in neutral. No, it didn't put it in park. If I'm rolling, does it then put it in park? Like, the truck definitely comes to a stop if you shut off the engine. Yeah, it's just being weird. Okay. Alright, return. So that's all, pretty much all copper ore, yeah. Big old load of copper. Alrighty, well these can go to their respective spots. We've got... This guy's working away on copper. He's got so much copper. I'm just going to go ahead and throw that in there. We'll just keep working through that. We've got a lot of copper going. And these guys, looks like they're doing iron. Oh, I put my iron ore back in there, right. Let's see. Let's tack the gold onto you. No, you've got a huge queue. Let's tack the gold onto you. Then the rest needs to go over here in the wash plants. So we're working away with all 8 smelters going full bore. Let's do diamonds here, rubies here. Then we got some silicon, I see. So I may want to expand the smelters. I'm not sure. We're cranking through it. Let's go ahead and do a let's do a gather. all of these. See where we're at. A bunch of iron ore that I dug off camera, if I remember right. There we go. Alright, we have got 424 copper. I want to keep some of that because it is needed for some of the crafting. In here, I think. So let me grab like 200 of those just to have on hand. These are done building some stuff, so we can get that sold. Yeah. Just continue to crank through things here. Turning the steel, turning the steel into profit. Let's see, who has the nuts and bolts? Nuts and bolts, or bolts and nuts, is our main bottleneck right now. Queue up 20 of those. Then whatever we can make over here. 58. Wow. Okay. Well, we'll let that crank. That'll work. Okay, so we got 54 grand worth of that, 14 grand worth of that, 4 grand worth of that, and asphalt's going to go back in the spot. We got 1,700 iron, 2,300 steel. We're in good shape, folks. It's going to keep cranking through it. And I'm just going to store the asphalt in there in its storage. Right now I've got this piped over to capture gravel, but I'm not running anything through there. And yeah, I had a comment. I don't have the name in front of me, but they said, oh, you could use a splitter to send your gravel different places. And I absolutely could, for sure. But since I'm like making asphalt out of it and stuff, I want to just control specifically how much gravel goes where. So that's why I'm doing it this way, rather than splitting it up with a splitter. And did I say merger? I meant splitter. Anywho, that'll do it for this one, folks. I'm going to keep on digging and keep on building, and I'll see you in the next adventure. Thanks for watching. Take care.